Did you know about 2,500 horses per week from the United States are shipped across the borders to slaughter? This is an unconscionable statistic in a country that does not breed horses for meat. Today, I'm in Greenville, New York at a saddlebred adoption event put on by the Saddlebred Rescue, an organization dedicated to saving unwanted horses from slaughter to return them to a useful and productive life. Inside, we'll meet 7 lucky horses and the people behind this noble mission.
She was one of the horses we purchased with the money from the lady that died, and they gave, instead of flowers, he had people make donations to Saddlebred Rescue. Nice. So with that money, we bought 3 horses, and this is one of them. I bought them one.
I love these women for what they do, and I hold this event each year to expose more and more people to the breed and hopefully find these horses some forever homes.
Now this horse is way quieter. I can sit down.
Any type of riding you like to do, our horses can do for you. They have a very great work ethic, and they're very affectionate, so they really want to work for their owner. When you're one-on-one with them, you see what great personalities they have.
In last December, we adopted Shabby Chic, my sister and I, and we are very happy to do so. And we wanted to support the organization again because it's a good organization that has helped a lot of horses.
Based in New Jersey, Nelia McCracken drove 6 hours and nearly 300 miles, along with saddles, bridles, supplies, and a staff in tow, to present 7 adoptable horses to prospective owners. Her dedication has saved over 600 horses since the organization's inception in 2006. From age 3 to 20-ish, little, big, and tall, solid and spotted, each horse immaculately groomed and ready to please.
JOANNA's 19, she's registered, and I purchased her with the money from a lady that had passed away, and her husband asked in lieu of flowers if they would donate money to the Saddlebred Rescue. So I bought 3 horses that day, and this is one of the ones. At the time, we didn't have our papers. And I was picking up the first horse I bought there, and when I went back to get him, one of the buyers told me that he had a spotted saddlebred and wanted if I wanted it. And we said yes. When we went over to pick her up, they were getting ready to put the slaughter sticker on her. So we got her just before they did. She's broke really well, and we didn't have the papers at the time. We named her Joanne after the lady that passed away. So we later found out who she was, and she was given to someone who promptly turned around, took her to New Holland, and sold her.
So Mallory is here. She's a driving and riding person, and she's inside right now trying out the horse that she likes. And we allow anyone who thinks they want to adopt a horse to try it out.
I think he's a sport horse type prospect. Any type of hunter dressage, combined driving, any of that, I think is where he's best suited. One of the kill buyers purchased him. We bought him at New Holland, and we've just started working him a lot. We got him in June, and he just started a lot of work about the 1st of August. And by a lot, I mean ridden twice a week.
Is he a purebred saddlebred?
He should be. He's young enough that you can do DNA testing on him. But he sure didn't deserve to go to slaughter.
Local businesses showed their support by donating items for a raffle and silent auction.
Diane. Is Diane here? Yes. Diane, you got the blankets. Come and get it.
Food was provided by caterers and enjoyed by all. No details, ask Nelia. Tell me about Punky, Nelia's daughter. Come on.
Punky came from an Amish family in New Holland, and he walks and does what we call a rackadoodle.
That's probably just his age, but he's probably in the saddlebred world was a gaited horse.
Okay.
And when they hook him up to the carriages, they check them up. And some of those guys like their heads really high, and you get a horse that's a little naturally gaited, and you drive them for years with their head up, and then they do this, what I call a racky doodle. So if somebody wants to trail ride a real quiet horse.
So it's close to running walk?
Yeah, you know
pretty
what?
close?
Horses are not centipedes.
Right.
So all these guys go, oh, running
Yeah,
walk is
exactly
different
where
than
the
that.
foothold,
You know,
the
and it's all gait. And then the Apostles have a different gait again, and then the Icelandic ponies, they don't do the same gait, and the Foxtrotters, it's like they're not centipedes. They only have 4 legs. They can only put them down in a certain order. None of my horses want that. Looking at a horse, you want one that fits your personality and your riding ability. So he's a little quieter. He doesn't have to go as fast. Now, while you're in the soul practice, stop by saying whoa. And once he stops, he needs pressure. Feel the difference in the end of the stop. Get your legs out.
My vet, Dr. Terrell, she told me about this event, and she's a great vet, so I really tried to come and support her and what she's trying to do. I grew up with horses. I had a Palomino, I had a Thoroughbred, but it's been many years now since I've ridden.
So I was first introduced to the saddlebreds about 15 years ago. I had a young Morgan in training for driving, and I went to the farm of Sue Skipper, and she had a saddlebred, and it was one of the most beautiful horses I had ever seen. And I was still pretty novice at driving, so she introduced me to Neela, who is now the founder and instructor and trainer of all the horses at the rescue. And I went there, and she had an older saddlebred, and I asked if I could take that horse on lease to learn how to drive, and she said yes, but don't bring him back. So that was my first adoption. He was a middle-aged saddlebred. We still have him here. He's 24 years old now. And since then, I've become more and more involved with the saddlebreds. A lot of people have a misconception that they are crazy, wild horses because they see a type of saddlebred called a 5-gaited horse, which is very animated, and people are kind of hesitant and scared of them. So we're trying to get this breed out and let people see that they're wonderful sport horses. I use my horses for trail riding, dressage, carriage driving. Really, it's a horse that can do it all, and a lot of breeds say that, but this one really can.
So today you got to meet some of the luckiest saddlebreds on the planet. Each of these horses are definitely going to find a home through the Saddlebred Rescue. So if you want to learn more about Saddlebred Rescue, check out the links below, go to their website. There's always a changing inventory of horses. Nelia is always getting new horses in from kill pens as horses get placed with forever homes. If you can't own a horse of your own, physically, I would really encourage you to donate to a horse rescue and help horses like the ones you've seen today stay out of the kill pens, off of the dinner plates in Europe. These are beautiful, sentient beings, and they have years and years of joy to give to new human beings that connect with them. I'm Susan Kane, and I'll see you next week.